In this lesson, we'll go over how to select a lab for your entire project or individual sample event. The project management tool allows you to connect directly with participating laboratories. This provides many benefits to you and your lab. Connected labs can easily update their test library that you can choose from when planning sampling events. Connected labs can also easily accept digital chain of custodies using their own purpose-built lab receiving app. When you create a project, you'll see tabs on the left. Select the Edit Labs tab to choose which laboratory you'd like to connect to your projects. This screen will display the connected laboratories for your project. By default, Demo Lab will be chosen as your primary laboratory. This lab contains a large list of test definitions for users to choose from and is used when sending samples to a non-participating laboratory. The Choose Lab Contact section is for participating laboratories. Here you will choose the individual lab staffer you plan to hand off samples to. For the demo lab, keep it as Sample Receiving. You cannot change your primary lab until you have added a secondary lab. To add a secondary lab, click Add Lab. A new drop-down menu will appear. Inside the drop-down is the list of laboratories currently available on the platform. Find a lab from the drop-down list. To change this new lab to your primary lab, click the star next to the new lab. This will replace your primary lab with the new laboratory. You can now delete the old primary lab. Having more than one lab listed here will allow you to choose multiple tests for a sampling event that will be sent to more than one lab. Be sure to hit Save to lock in any changes you have made. Now that you have 2 labs selected on your project, let's start planning a new sampling event. Please note, you'll also need sample location info added before planning sampling events. This is covered in another video. Head to the Events tab. Select Add Event and give it a name and scheduled date. Now we can begin to add our tests from our connected labs. Click the Manage Tests button to access each lab's testing library. As you can see, each lab appears in tabs. We will add a test from each lab. The work scope now has 2 tests added from 2 separate laboratories. The laboratories they are connected to appear in the top of the column. Save the event and click the Forms tab. You can see there are now 2 chain of custodies available for each laboratory. The nice part is that field techs will also be able to generate 2 separate digital chain of custodies in the field as well. A few things to remember. Adding and deleting laboratories will only affect newly created sampling events. Sampling events that have already been created or are in progress cannot change their laboratory. That is how to select the lab for your entire project or an individual sample event.